So, a game that I thought was done and we would never hear from again has been popping up in the news here and there, and that game is Scalebound. It was going to be an Xbox exclusive, it was canceled, but is there hope that it could come back? Let's talk about it. Before we get into the story, let's hit that subscribe button, hit that bell to know when my videos go live. Thank you so much for watching my content. I do greatly appreciate it. So real quick on Scalebound. Scalebound was this game that came out way back. And for me, it never really nabbed me. I felt like the main character was a Dante ripoff. I didn't really understand the dynamic between him and the dragon. It just didn't nab me originally. Later on, I played The Last Guardian, a game where you are a little boy and you have Trico, and some of the experiences that you were able to have in that game were amazing. You can actually see my full review of the game where I praise it. Granted, it wasn't perfect. There were a lot of flaws, but I truly love Fumito Ueda's games. I will always adore them. So seeing this is from Hideki Kamiya and Platinum Games. And this is Scalebound, a game that was canceled that we never thought would see the light of day. So what exactly happened with Scalebound? Well, here's sort of the history of it, right? They said that we were working in an environment we weren't used to, explained Kamiya. We were developing on the Unreal Engine. We also lacked the necessary know-how to build a game based on online features. The hurdles we had to overcome were very big. We weren't experienced enough and couldn't get over that wall, leading to what happened in the end. I'm sorry to the players who look forward to it, and moreover, I'm sorry to Microsoft who had placed their trust in us as a business partner. I want to apologize as a creator and as a member of Platinum Games. So there's clearly some regret about what happened with Scalebound and some hope that it could come back, right? And that hope has constantly been alluded to by Kamiya. In 2018, he did say he would work with Xbox Ecosystem. Responding to somebody who said, Kamiya-san, would you work again with Microsoft? If I can't ask this, I'm sorry. He's notorious for blocking people. He said, our door is always open. Now, Microsoft canceled the game in 2017. So I believe it was revealed at E3 2014. I'm guessing off the top of my head, and then canceled in 2017. So the exact quote from Microsoft was, after careful deliberation, Microsoft Studios has come to the decision to end production for Scalebound. We're working hard to deliver an amazing lineup of games to our fans this year, including Halo Wars 2, Crackdown 3, that didn't pan out, State of Decay 2, Sea of Thieves, and other great experiences. So this is a time in Microsoft's history where they were starting to release some good games. They still had some lingering ones like Crackdown 3, which did not do great, and righting the ship, so to speak. So lately, we haven't heard much about Scalebound until very recently, when it sounds like there's still some interest in actually making this game. Now, like I said, it's got a bunch of dragons and stuff like that. I wasn't into it originally, but the more that I watch it now, I have a vision of what they were going for. Anyway, here's the quote from a recent interview. It says, often in an interview, you might hear a developer politely saying, yes, if we had the opportunity, we'd love to work on that again, but we don't mean it in that way. Both Kamiya and I are serious. We really would love to work on Scalebound again. I'd like to discuss it with Microsoft properly. And then Kamiya went even further. Development had progressed a fair way, and it seemed pointless for Microsoft to just hold on to that and not do anything with it. Kamiya then switched to English to say, Phil, let's do it together. That's from the Platinum president, Atsushi Inaba-san, and Kamiya-san. And that's via IGN, obviously. So this game that most people thought would never see the light of day now has the potential to come back. And my question for you is, should we just let this game go away? Is it done? It was a multiplayer game where you and your friends would come in with your dragons. It was RPG based, and it's definitely interesting. Now, as somebody who didn't really follow it, it was canceled. It never really gripped my interest. I have to imagine that most people saw the same thing that I did, and it just never gripped them, similarly to how it never quite gripped me. That's a funny ad to see for the old Xbox One, by the way. But I am curious to hear your thoughts. Would you want to see a multiplayer game like this see the light of day? I actually think I would, because I start imagining The Last Guardian, but with multiplayer. Could we do it on modern hardware? I think modern hardware could handle the engine a lot better. I think potentially there is an opportunity to release this game that otherwise would never see the light of day. And I'm really, really surprised to see Kamiya and the team at Platinum Games excited about working on this. There is one other thing that we should all remember. There is, I believe it's called Project IO. Anyway, there is a dragon-based RPG rumored to be in the works from the Hitman developer. We haven't actually heard anything concrete, but from the team over at Windows Central, they have been discussing this other product that could possibly be coming out sometime soon. So with this dragon game, maybe that is Scalebound being worked on, and this hype from Kamiya-san talking about Scalebound potentially seeing the light of day again. I'm wondering, does Microsoft have something up their sleeve? Is Platinum Games sort of going rogue a little bit here and saying, hey, we want to work on this thing again, knowing full well that it's full on in development? Let's take another look at that trailer. Whoops. Nope. Forgot where my buttons are. So if you look at gameplay, yeah, it's a full-on RPG, and you roll around with your dragon, and basically you would take out all of these enemies in the area. And the main thing was, it was really hard for me to latch onto this main character. He would but it's Platinum style. Like, he's very cocky, and he throws on his headphones and starts jamming. There is combat based around him. I have to wonder if that gets more powerful. But then your dragon will just show up and nuke everybody. Honestly, watching this again, it's just making me want to play The Last Guardian again. I'll put that review. I did it forever ago. It was one of the early videos I did on the channel. And part of the reason I stopped doing reviews is because nobody watched them. So I spent a lot of time on that review and talking about Fermented Weta and how much I love, Eco, Shadow of the Colossus, and even the final game, The Last Guardian. I don't even know what Weta has worked on since then. So to see something like this that at least evokes a little bit of that idea of having a larger than life character running alongside you and taking out enemies, it makes me think, hey, I bet I'm not the only one that would like to see something like this become a reality. So whether you love Scalebound, you don't care about it, or you hate it, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Anyway, that was the update on the Scalebound news. Thank you so much for watching. If you like my videos, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. I recorded this before anybody bought anybody, so if any of that happens, I'll be pushing this out even further. But thank you so much for watching. If you want to become a member, memberships are turned on. Thank you for supporting this channel. I do greatly appreciate your support, every one of you. Thank you, Floyd, Connor, Geezer, a lot of you early folks there. I appreciate all of you, supporting me through and through. I'm going to get out of here, and I'll see you for the next one. Bye for now, everybody.